Did you know that in 2025, solo travel is projected to reach record-breaking levels? It's no longer just a niche trend or a brave choice. It's becoming a lifestyle. People are traveling alone not because they have to, but because they want to. They want flexibility, space, a way to experience the world without compromise. No group schedules, no travel buddies who want to sleep in when you're up at sunrise. Just you, the world, and whatever comes next. But here's the thing most people don't talk about. Solo travel can be incredible or incredibly lonely. The difference? Where you go. Some destinations open up when you're by yourself. They feel welcoming, safe, interesting. Others feel isolating, hard to navigate, or just not built for solo experiences. So in this video, we're sharing the 10 best places to travel alone in 2025. Not based on popularity or hashtags, but based on what actually matters when you're traveling solo: connection, safety, beauty, ease, and those small, unexpected moments that remind you why you came. And number 1 might just change your idea of what a capital city can be. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We've got more travel guides coming your way, specifically for independent travelers, digital nomads, and anyone chasing something a little deeper than just another vacation. Let's start in a city that was practically made for people who love to wander on their own. Lisbon. The light, the hills, the tiled facades. This city doesn't just welcome solo travelers, it celebrates them. You can walk for hours without a plan, stumble across a lookout you didn't expect, sit at a cafe with a coffee and a pastry, and never feel out of place. The vibe is social without being overwhelming. It's easy to meet people, whether through a walking tour, a co-working space, or just striking up conversation at a Miradoro bar at sunset. And when you want to escape the city, you're just a short train ride from the beach in Cascais or the misty castles of Sintra. Lisbon gives you freedom, but it also gives you rhythm, a pace that lets you breathe and explore at your own speed. Now imagine the exact opposite energy, not loud or laid back, but calm, sacred, still. That's Kyoto. Kyoto is the kind of place where solo doesn't feel empty, it feels intentional. The streets are quiet, the rituals are everywhere. You'll find yourself slowing down, noticing things. The sound of your footsteps on old stone, the way sunlight filters through temple gates, the stillness of a Zen rock garden. There's a kind of structure to everything here that solo travelers tend to love. It's easy to navigate, incredibly safe, and full of quiet places to just be. You can take a tea ceremony class, hike to Fushimi Inari, or spend an hour just sitting on a bench watching koi fish drift in a pond. And it's not just peaceful, it's grounding. The kind of city that gently pulls you back into yourself. But not every solo traveler wants quiet. Some want color, passion, unpredictability. That's when you go to Buenos Aires. If Lisbon flows and Kyoto whispers, Buenos Aires pulses. It's alive in a way you feel in your chest. The buildings are bold, the conversations are louder, the food, empanadas, steak, red wine, is designed to be shared but tastes just as good alone. You'll find yourself dancing in the street one night, writing poetry in a cafe the next. You'll meet locals who treat you like an old friend. You'll watch tango in the park and then wander through bookstores tucked into opera houses. It's gritty, it's grand, and it's deeply human. A city that invites you to feel everything and reminds you it's okay to do it alone. And after all that intensity, maybe you need something softer, something smaller, something surprisingly perfect. That's Ljubljana. Slovenia's capital is one of Europe's most underrated cities. And for solo travelers, it might be the best-kept secret. It's small enough to feel familiar by day 2, but big enough to keep you exploring. The streets are clean and safe, the riverfront cafes are full of quiet conversation, and the entire old town is pedestrian only. You can walk everywhere, rent a bike, or just sit by the water with a coffee and watch the world go by. And when you want a break from the city, You're less than an hour from Lake Bled, the Julian Alps, and some of the most beautiful hiking trails in Central Europe. Ljubljana doesn't need to impress you, it just lets you be. Now let's shift continents, because for decades, one city has been the unofficial solo travel capital of Southeast Asia: Chiang Mai. This is where backpackers, creatives, and long-term digital nomads all seem to end up. And it's easy to see why. The cost of living is low, the energy is calm but vibrant. And there's this instant sense of community. Every cafe is half workspace, half social club. You'll meet people from all over the world at night markets, cooking classes, meditation retreats, and yoga studios. But Chiang Mai also knows how to give you space. You can hop on a scooter, head into the hills, find a hidden waterfall, and not see another person for hours. It's not just a destination, it's a lifestyle. And for solo travelers, it feels like a home away from home. Now, picture this. You're wrapped in a parka, standing under the northern lights, with nothing around you but lava fields and silence. That's Iceland. More specifically, Reykjavik, your solo base camp to explore one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. It's a tiny capital with a big personality. You'll find cozy coffee shops, creative locals, live music, and thermal pools tucked into neighborhoods. You can spend a day hiking glaciers, then return to a pub where strangers become friends by the second round. The best part? You'll never feel unsafe. Iceland consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world, and that security gives you freedom to explore deeper, drive farther, and say yes to experiences you'd never try back home. And when you want to trade icy landscapes for bright colors and bold flavors, head straight to Oaxaca. This southern Mexican city is a feast for the senses. Street art, spice markets, slow-cooked mole, parades that seem to appear out of nowhere. It's easy to navigate, warm in both climate and character, and filled with opportunities to dive into local culture. Take a textile workshop, join a mezcal tasting, or hike through Zapotec ruins just outside the city. You'll find solitude when you want it and connection when you don't. It's the kind of place where you can have a meaningful conversation with a stranger over tlayudas and then slip back into your solo rhythm the next morning. Feeling like something a little more urban, a little more creative, and a lot more open? Go to Melbourne. This is a city that loves its weirdos, celebrates its artists, and makes space for solo travelers without question. You'll blend in immediately, not because no one notices you, but because everyone's doing their own thing too. Spend your days exploring graffiti-filled laneways, checking out art galleries, sipping coffee so good it feels like a spiritual experience. Spend your nights hopping between wine bars, basement jazz clubs, and street food trucks in Fitzroy or Carlton. And if the city ever gets too much, drive the Great Ocean Road or escape to wine country for the weekend. Melbourne makes solo travel feel full, never lonely. Now for something a little quieter, Vancouver, a city that surprises you with its stillness. You can walk the seawall, kayak before lunch, hike after dinner, and still be home in time to journal about it. It's the kind of city where solo feels natural, not because you're alone, but because everyone's doing something slightly different, slightly their own. Public transport works, locals are friendly but chill, and nature. It's never more than 15 minutes away. If you're looking for somewhere to slow down and reconnect with yourself without totally disconnecting from the world, Vancouver gives you both. And that brings us to the last place, the unexpected one, your own city. Because solo travel isn't always about the destination. Sometimes it's just about choosing to experience the familiar in an unfamiliar way. Take a weekend, turn off your phone, pick a neighborhood you never visit, eat somewhere alone, go to a museum without talking, walk without a plan, see how it feels. Because solo travel isn't just about where you go, it's about how you show up. And if you can learn to love being alone at home, just imagine what you'll discover out there. If you made it this far, you're probably already dreaming up your next solo adventure. So check the description. We've linked full solo travel guides, visa tips, and destination recommendations to help you plan. And if this resonated with you, if you're someone who travels to feel something, not just see something, hit like and subscribe. Because sometimes the best company on the road is just you. We'll see you out there.